just got a tear as well, and I've got one completely detached. So my results are from that perspective. I would have thought if you're only got a tear, that your you know probability of getting a high level of function back would be pretty good. Obviously everyone's different. You can't make a complete statement for everyone, and everyone's situation is different. So, what have you got to lose by doing that first, and then seeing where you go from surgery after that? I mean, it's been a good range of exercises, and yeah, I definitely think it's helped sort of get a bit of balance back, get a bit of mobility back, and get my strength back. I mean, it's an injury that wasn't going to ever fully get back to 100%. But we've, I think, achieved probably more than what I would have achieved if we'd gone down the surgery path, and certainly in a much shorter space of time.
And so obviously, you have the full rotator cuff tear, and
Yeah.
part of this is, yes, trying to get that strength back the best that you can, but also trying to compensate throughout that process, right? Can you share a little bit about what was going on in your shoulder, like day to day, and especially with that weakness from that tear, like what movements specifically just could you not do in any capacity?
I was more just sort of reaching and extending with when my arms sort of going behind my body, or reaching out and trying to pick things up, or drop them away from where I am, like bags and whatever else, or even just reaching over and trying to grab something off the bedside table type of thing. You could feel it through there. Just some very awkward ankles. It's just, yeah, didn't feel 100%, but at the same time, I guess I was lucky enough that I could still do most things with it, but it just was weak, and I wanted to try and get it better.
And then, let's see, you had tried your own like rehab on your own, right? I know you'd done some dry needling and massage. What
Yeah,
else had you tried before starting this program?
that's probably the main thing, and just, yeah, sort of the body weight type exercises and stretching and whatever else at home, more than anything else. Yeah. Yep.
Uh, What were you, I guess, unsure of when you first started?
Oh, look, it's just, obviously just wanting to see how how effective the program would be.
Yeah.
It's obviously a risk taking an investment in something like that, but I think at the end of the day, yeah, you guys look like you knew what you were doing, and
And obviously, you were eager to get started, right? There was no hesitation, right? You're very motivated, really able to just kind of apply yourself to this. So,
well, yeah, if you're gonna do it, you got to do it, right? So,
right.
hey, just get into it. Yeah,
I mean, you've been in the
I tried to be pretty consistent.
there it is. That's what it takes, right? It's that putting the work in, knowing that nothing will change unless you devote to it every single day, which you did amazing with.
It's only an excuse if you let it be, right?
Exactly, exactly. And then, I mean, you've been in the weightlifting kind of like strength world for a long time. How is this program different than the other program you'd done by yourself prior to starting?
Well, this is very targeted just on getting my shoulder and moving the patterns right, with that, which was perfect for what I wanted. We always tend to gravitate towards the stuff that we know and we're familiar with. So sometimes it's good to get something from another source and put that into the mix. But if you're going to do that, you got to commit to it. It's not fair on yourself and not fair on the people that are spending the time with it. So yeah.
Definitely. Again, with the full tear, so many people are like, "Oh, I need to get surgery," right? That's literally my only option. I always say that once you have surgery, like your body will never ever be the same, right? It'll always
Yeah.
be a little different
Well,
because of the procedure that's needed.
my logic was simply this: is it's like, you can always take the surgery route at any time, but surely the more you can do, like prehab, I suppose, rather than rehab, to your shoulder, and then make the decision from there if you still think surgery is going to be of benefit. But the thing with surgery is, from what I could see, was you're going to go a lot further back before you went anywhere forward, and there's no guarantees that you will.
No. That's a big thing that a lot of other people who start this program are in. They're in that situation where they've been told, have a full tear. The doctor says I need surgery. What do I do? And so, like, what are some thoughts now that you've kind of like gone around it. You've tried to avoid the surgical route, and overall, you're doing pretty dang good.
I mean, if you would even take the surgery route, you're still going to be better off for doing this work first. You know, to me, the healthier your shoulder goes into an operation like that, then the better it would be. But I'm no expert, obviously. But would I go around the surgery route myself? There's always as I'm getting older, there's always going to do something. I mean, it's not about making things perfect. It's about being able to, getting the best out of what you've got, and if there's pain, minimizing or removing pain. And it's done those things for me. It's enough. From my side, I've not had surgery. It's just, I think, you've got to, I suppose, operate on a kind of a triage sort of approach, and it's you got to have a bit of a logic to what you're doing. My logic is that I was better off to try non-invasive methods and get as far as I can.